everyone, this is Eins here with a new stream for Honkai Starrail. Going through the new 2.2 story update. As you can see, I was farming some items, but we will have to skip that because everybody knows farming items is not that fun. So I have tried my luck on the new Robin banner, and unfortunately, I was not able to pull Robin. However, while pulling for Robin, I did manage to obtain a new character that I've added to my roster, and that's Himeko. I've actually been a major fan of her ever since I played her in a trial in the past and was quite impressed with how much damage she can output on the follow-ups that she does. Her, as well as the physical robot girl, are on my list of characters that I wanted to have, and this feels like an accomplishment to me, despite the fact that I could not get Robin. Now, in addition to her, I've also managed to get Hanya. Not really sure what she does. I'll have to look into this further down the line. And a dupe for Shuei, who I've decided to build a while back because of the fact that she's got a rather scarce element and she does need a lot of break, which you do get on most of your items quite often. So she's not that hard to build, at least in my opinion.
Who's next?
And this is pretty much all of the updates that I wanted to share before we go into the story. Now, for the team that I will be using, I feel like I should still be using the one that I'm currently rocking. It's the one team that I've been playing for a rather long time. So I think I'll stick with it. It has Acheron, Adventurine, um, Welt, and Bronya. Um, I won't get into particularly a lot of details. They're not um, the strongest they can be, but they do manage. And whenever I feel like I need them to be doing their job, they do it rather well. So let's proceed with the story. So we got the great train robbery. Sure, let's go with it.
Newsflash! Penacony's Charmony Festival has entered its countdown phase. Accompanied by Clocky's TikToks, after 12 system hours, this grand celebration will commence with much fanfare.
I already told you. We can talk things out.
I'm sorry, Fluffy. I really have something urgent to attend to, so I had no choice but to resort to asking this favor of you all.
So this guy just hijacks the train to ask for a favor. Well, that sounds, I don't know, not smart.
Since you already know what you're doing, I'll also have to remind you of its risks.
You tell him, Hang.
Hey, partner, what's with the hostility? I thought pulling this thing out was just a way of saying hello.
That's one way to say hello, I guess.
For the last time, state your identity and purpose.
Well, everybody already knows who this guy is, right? I mean, he's been on the live stream from Hoyoverse, so everybody knows him.
My name's Boot Hill, and I'm a Galaxy Ranger.
I see.
Galaxy Ranger? righteous heroes of the hunt would never hijack the Astral Express.
The righteous heroes of the hunt. So the hunt was supposed to be assassins, and single target DPSs are considered righteous. That's new to me, but okay.
I ain't hijacked anything. What, chatting with someone while holding a gun is considered a hijacking?
Pretty much, yeah.
It probably is.
Pardon my frankness, but there are plenty of rumors in the cosmos regarding the Galaxy Ranger's current status, and none of them are pretty stories. I have a hard time believing you.
Well, that makes two of us.
This is hilarious. The tale that this bunch of fools spin is getting out of hand. There's even a bit about the Galaxy Rangers being turned into gibbons by Dr. Primitive, and they're in some valley screwing around on swings.
Okay.
Of course, I know you won't believe me, which is also why, similarly, I have a hard time believing that you're the real Nameless.
The real Nameless. Oh, he's looking for the main character, I see.
See the bullets in this gun? 9mm, an eternal classic. I may need the Astral Express's help right now, but if you're an imposter just like that one, then this bullet might just end up in my head.
Isn't 9mm the caliber of the Glock? Like, if I'm not mistaken, a revolver needs to have 357 rounds or something like that. Like a 9mm in a revolver? Was that supposed to be a pea shooter? What a joke. Okay.
I can't allow myself to be exposed to danger. That's just the way it goes.
Let me look this up. What was
you
the
all
caliber
have
of the
to first
Colt?
prove yourselves. Huh?
It's .357,
Where are you
right?
going?
Colt caliber. Colt revolver, bro. Where the hell is it? .38 revolver Colt Cobra, 2-inch .38 special. Now that's a pretty big gun. We got the 36 caliber Colt Patterson revolver, a Texas Colt. Now how does that compare to a 9mm? Like I said, a pea shooter. Okay.
Recognize this?
It's a model fudger. The Jade Abacus of Ally and Oath. The CN Joe really gave this to you guys?
Ooh, model fudger instead of motherfucker. Okay, I see. I see what you're doing. Trying to censor the language for the little kids. That's interesting.
Model fudger?
Yeah, it's a baby's version.
This is the Jade Abacus gifted to the Express by the Shenzhou Luofu's general, Jing Yuan. Its presence on board serves as the Shenzhou Alliance's official recognition of the Express.
Like you would care.
Is that enough?
Not bad, kiddo.
So let me get this straight. This guy who's supposed to be one of the authority characters in this particular universe just hijacks the train because he didn't knew that the Astral Express had the authority of the Shangzhou. Is he just stupid or what?
across these sprawling stars. A gentle squeeze is all it takes to rustle up a whole legion of cloud knights. Now, I reckon that'd be one fudging sight to behold.
Fudging instead of fucking. Yeah, okay. I see what you're doing. You're trying to make him sound obscene without sounding obscene. And that is a disservice to the character. If you don't want him to be obscene, then don't make him be obscene. Don't make fun of his
Hmm.
traits.
Now
Like,
it's your turn.
we should get an uncensored version of him where he actually says what he means to say, not fudging.
Been ages since the
Whatever.
Galaxy Rangers had the spotlight shown on them. We ain't equipped with such fancy gadgets. But I've been around the block enough to know the way to handle these types of situations is easy as pie.
Okay. Easy as pie. So is pie supposed to be easy to eat, to cook, or to handle? How do you handle pie? Okay.
Alright then. Feel free to toss any questions my way. Let's see if my answers can't turn your trust. If your gut tells you otherwise, still ain't too late to show me the door.
Okay, so somebody barges in, threatens you with a gun, and now they want your trust. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes off his hat and he's got no brain, like, because he's a cyborg. Like maybe the circuitry affected his brain in some capacity, so that he doesn't think anymore. Just I don't know, acts like an idiot.
And why would I play along?
Because you're stupid too. Nobody likes you, Don Hank. Just go to sleep.
If I truly am a real Galaxy Ranger, you stand to lose nothing.
Alright then. Tell me, what kind of organization are the Galaxy Rangers?
Sounds to me like they're a bunch of bandits. When you look at this guy. Space bandits. Space cowboys.
Ah, my friend, this question is a hard one. I don't think I can even consider us an organization to begin with.
Yeah, because each and every one of you does whatever the fuck they want. No one's regulating your ass. That's why you're trying to earn the Trailblazers' trust after threatening Don Hang with a gun. Smart move, my guy. Smart move.
Everyone's on their own fated path along the hunt, with their own resolute sense of righteousness and not so welcome among such so-called universal values.
This reply does not instill trust, and only makes your predicament more precarious.
I'm guessing you're gonna ask about some form of shared faith, right? But us Galaxy Rangers don't need that sort of thing. What brings us together is a shared bottom line. Never bully the weak. Never kill the innocent. These oaths aren't some lofty beliefs, but the fundamental bottom line that one must never cross as a person.
And yet, here you are, pointing your gun at someone in their own home. Well, I'd say that's some, I don't know, contradiction, if I see one. But okay, I'll go with it. It's the story. It's just getting started, and I'm already kind of ranting on this guy's character because he looked cool initially, but now that he's in the story, his coolness degraded, at least for me.
As Galaxy Rangers, we strictly adhere to
Hunts vengeance will surely. So are all Galaxy Rangers a part of Hunt? Because if they are, I don't want to see them. If they're all like you, I just don't want to see them.
And in this moment, the other crucial meaning of bottom line comes into play. As long as you don't cross it, you're free to do whatever you please. You catch my drift?
Okay.
Second question. Why do you seek trouble with the Astral Express?
Now we're getting to the good questions. Finally, Dan Hang. I thought you were gonna put me to sleep. Let's see what he's got to say.
I already said that I seek no trouble. I must go to Penacony for a matter, but I don't have an invite, and I can't even enter the family's hotel doors. If only I could borrow the Nameless's identity. The entire cosmos knows you're guest of the family.
So again, let me get this straight. This guy needs a favor, and the best way to ask for the favor is to walk inside someone else's headquarters or home or whatever, threaten them with the gun, and ask for their trust. I mean, even if the gun is a 9mm, which in this universe is probably worse than a pea shooter, um, I don't know. Um, that doesn't sound like something I would do. I don't know. I don't know. If someone barged in my house, threatened me with a gun, and told me they needed my help to do something, I would probably tell them to go fuck themselves. No, I would definitely tell them to go fuck themselves. Like, really? Come on, Hoyoverse. Why'd you gotta do this? I'm already disliking this story arc. At least this freaking character.
Aren't the Galaxy Rangers also esteemed guests?
Oh, you've hit the nail on the head. This is why I'm here. It's fine if I tell you. The Rangers are pursuing an imposter. A son of a nice lady posing as one of us. She's on Penacony right now.
Wait. Uh, the Rangers are pursuing an imposter. A son of a nice lady. Posing as. This was supposed to be a son of a bitch that's posing as one of us. Bro, this is hilarious. She's in Penacony. Okay, so I'm guessing that Acheron is not a part of this because I do feel like there was something in her description that said she was a part of the Galaxy Rangers, but apparently she's not. And this guy is here to hunt her. So simply by the fact that Acheron has helped us defeat Adventuring and save Penacony, and this guy wants to catch her, I really don't want to help this guy. Now, I don't know if he is talking about Acheron, but if he is, whatever.
My
Let's go
informant
on.
is a memo keeper. She's the same as all mimetic organisms, appear in one moment and gone the next. Ugh, she scares the fudge out of me. Still,
Again,
she gave me some vital info.
again with the fudge, of course. Fudge, son of a nice lady. That's ridiculous.
That Galaxy Ranger imposter. Who is it?
It's your mother.
Is that the third question?
Answer a question with another question. Way to dodge it. I guess the AI in your head is actually working.
Is it a hard question?
It isn't. Just that you might not believe me. That
Oh, I
person
knew
calls
it.
herself Acheron. According to our
I see. I knew it was Acheron. The moment he spoke of her being an imposter and that all of these galaxy whatevers are the hunt followers, that's when it ticked. And this is the moment where I would tell him to go fuck himself and get the fuck out of the train. But I guess it's not up to us. I mean, it's Hoyle's story. Let's see where they go with it. Cause yeah, why not?
That's impossible.
That's what I said. Don't worry. When I first received the news, I had the exact same reaction as you.
IX never gives anyone so much as a first glance, and that's perfectly normal. What reason would they have to bequeath strength unto mortals?
Then you must know that emanators can also conceal their own identities, which, for many people, it's better that way. Otherwise, there'd be wanton bloodshed across the cosmos, or even, perhaps, turning their back on the path they're supposed to follow. I had the good fortune of running into an elation emanator. Its appearance was no different than that of those clowns. If it weren't through sheer luck that I got it drunk, I would have never known of its eminent status.
Elation? Uh, Elation. Isn't Elation the follow-up buff? It's not a character, as far as I can tell. Okay.
Even in the purest hunt, you'll find the Xianzhou Alliance under the spotlight and Galaxy Rangers lurking in the shadows. Paths are inevitably concepts created by people and exist in planes beyond our understanding.
So by following the way of the hunt, you are following an inevitable concept created by people, right? Okay.
To reckon that nihility emanators don't exist, well, maybe we just ain't nihilistic enough. So, do you understand now? Your companions are in danger, and it's pretty harrowing. If you don't want to believe me, you'd best send a message to them, but I'd advise you to move fast. We don't know what's happening in the dreamscape or how much of what the memo keeper said is true. And that Acheron, who knows what she intends to do?
Well, whatever she intends to do, I'm gonna help her if I can. Because we've already been helped by her quite a bit. So if I were to pick between her, who we've already uh, gotten help of and obtained their support, and you, some random guy who pops out of nowhere threatening us with a gun and says that Acheron is the bad girl or the bad lady or whatever. I don't know, man. I'm inclined to not believe into you anything you're saying. Okay, it's a long load screen. This might be a video of some sort that's loading up.
I don't intend to do anything.
That's not up to you.
Yes. This might be Gallagher, because they do say he's 13. This might be his true form. I don't know.
Be it reality or dream, staring at the sky is instinctual for humanity. Since the day that the golden hour was completed, it's always been there, watching over every single night of decadence. But now this night sky has been mercilessly severed, dyed with the mist of nihility. And this whole event happened within the course of a single slash of a blade.
A single slash of a blade isn't really accurate. It was actually 2 blades, just that the second one was faster.
Okay, that was actually funny. Technicalities. Yeah, it wasn't one blade, it was two. Okay. Funny.
That's not the point. Many guests who weren't supposed to be invited have gathered at this banquet. Even if the harmony is all-embracing, I have no choice but to show some of them the door. For the sake of Penacony and the peace. The planet of festivities has no place for you, a puppet of nihility. Those who live in the shadows do not bear the right to tread the illuminated stage.
Oh, so they're banishing her. Mm, let me guess, these guys are gonna banish her, and then comes Boot whatever, and he's gonna try to catch her, and we're probably gonna have to pick a side if the game doesn't pick one for us.
Speaking of living in the shadows, there's probably not much difference between us. It's only polite to reveal your true self, at least when speaking to others.
Well said.
Penacony's Dream Master.
Also, this is the Dream Master. Oh, the Clockwork Dream Master. I see. The one we've been looking for throughout the story.
That's just another reason that you can't stay.
Oh, she figured out who you are, so now she has to go. That does not sound right, my guy.
Whether you believe it or not, this is the real me.
So he's omnipresent in a way.
We are one.
The Hive reminds me of the Zerg in StarCraft, where the Hive controls everything.
Is this the unity that the family espouses?
My mortal shell has long since dissipated. The Oak family's 107,336 offspring are now my eyes, ears, and mouths, spreading joy across dreams when required. And in times of essential need, exiling evil from this haven in my stead.
Hmm. Exiling evil from this haven in my stead. So am I to assume that you saw what Adventurin was trying to do and just decided not to do anything because he was not evil, so he did not need it exile. But then Acheron comes along, she stops him, and now she's evil. Hmm, that is a questionable situation.
From the sound of it, it seems like you're asking me to leave, Penacony.
That's what I hear.
I am glad that you're an understanding one. Alas, I'm not asking.
I guess this is where we say goodbye to Acheron. Because the Dream Master doesn't want her here.
If you think you can.
Are you threatening me?
You tell him. You tell him, Acheron. You tell him.
I ended it with a period. It was a statement, not a threat.
Indeed.
Knowing who I am and still showing such malice. You're not the first, nor will you be the last. This scene played out many times before. And usually, when faced with my questions, most people retort, "Why can't I?" The result has invariably been that they can't.
Ooh, that's interesting. So he can't banish her even if he wants to. But there's the question, why?
You are confident. But be reminded, the family is forgiving, but not weak. The chords of the harmony extend across worlds. If you do not comply, when the blade is unsheathed for even a hair's breadth, you will never be able to escape the eternal Centurion's wrath in all of your lifetime.
Eternal Centurion. Who the hell is that? Whatever.
137 individuals. That is how many heathens I have exiled since I became Dream Master. Among them were those who once severed my wings, and those who immolated my body. And here I stand again, about to add another mark to the tally.
That's what you think you're about to do.
And you will die. I mean, all of you will.
Ha. Ha.
But that won't come to pass. I'll do as you ask. I'll leave.
But he wasn't asking, was he? So you have no actual obligation to heed his request because he never actually made that request. He was trying to force it onto you. But I suppose you can just leave now.
A wise choice.
Sure, wise choice.
I wasn't aware there was a choice.
To you, that surely is the only option. Please bear in mind, you and Penacony are of different worlds. Those born on the far bank cannot seek solace across the river.
I see. So they needed a reason to pull Acheron out of the story because she's one of the better characters in the game, and having her be in the story while you can't actually summon for her would be a bad idea because people would want to save for her because she's pretty cool. So they put this guy, exile her. Well, we eagerly await her return.
Leave and never return. The radiance of the planet of festivities is overwhelmingly bright, luring in tricksters, wrongdoers, and criminals. But even the harmony itself will never welcome the self-annihilator of nihility.
No, but it will welcome the abundance annihilator of nihility. Because let's remember, Gallagher was an annihilator of nihility, or emanator, or whatever you want to call it. But it's not harmony. Okay.
And even more so, when this self-annihilator heralds the destruction of everything. Your strength is obviously a gift of the sleeping and shapeless, immeasurable and fathomless, like a tributary spawned from the abyss that brings death and sin to all.
Could you please shut up and move on? I'm getting tired of listening to you saying all of that. Just go back to where you came from and have a long nap so I don't have to listen to anything you're saying anymore.
Acheron, a befitting name.
Take it from someone on the other side of your so-called river. You know better than I do that Penacony has already deviated from the harmony. Whatever your intentions may be, I foresee only one outcome. Its future holds nothing but nihility. Just like all the worlds that have drowned in their shadow.
Wait, so now we're playing with Robin? Okay. They really want us to like Robin. For some reason.
Attention, please. The unusual event that occurred moments ago was due to a technical malfunction at Clock Studios theme park. The family has promptly responded to secure the area, and we're happy to report that there have been no injuries.
Oh, I swear that was no movie shoot. So many chips fell from the sky, and I even caught one of them. But it vanished in an instant before my very eyes.
Excuse me. Are you talking about the Clock Studios theme park incident?
Oh, I hear Robin's song in the background.
Yeah, what about it? Oh, Miss Robin! Am I...
No need to worry. I apologize for any inconvenience caused to your delightful dream journey. What you just mentioned about the chips really piqued my interest. Would you mind providing more details about the incident?
Wait, so she just shows up? Wasn't she supposed to be dead? So there's no explanation, like why she revived or how she showed up or anything. She just does. Okay. I guess that makes no sense, but fine.
Oh, it was just those chips you normally see everywhere. The green one?
And then those chips simply disappeared.
Robin, you mean those chips were all part of a performance? But I really...
Shh. This technology hasn't been made public yet. It was originally planned to debut at the Charmony Festival, but it seems it's been leaked. Can you help me keep this secret? The raining chips were supposed to be part of my act.
Oh, I see. Then it all makes sense now.
Oh, thank you. As appreciation, I like to give you a token gift.
Oh,
Press it at just the right moment in the celebration. All right. It looks like there are other guests who are also confused. I'll have to excuse myself. Please, enjoy the dreamscape. So many
Wow.
people talking about it. This commotion at the theme park definitely made waves.
I see. So we are now playing as Robin. Cool. Okay, let's change the theme a bit. Because we do have Robin. Robin works with follow-ups. I've got adventuring for the follow-ups and Welt. Now Welt doesn't have follow-ups, so I'm going to swap him out and add March 7 instead. So now we've got counters and follow-ups, and Robin as well as Acheron because I just can't give up on Acheron.
The family promised they would protect the guests within the dreamscape, but I witnessed a group of organic life forms. The family needs to provide a reasonable
It appears the good sir has seen many great events. And it's true that However, their target is not the ordinary guests, but the ambassadors of the IPC.
Miss Robin, I know the Bloodhound family has already sealed off the theme park and has control over the situation, but it won't resolve the problem. The family can try their best to protect their reputation, but as a guest,
But as you can see, sir, no innocent bystanders were affected in this incident. Perhaps the dreamscape is not as perfect as promised, but there's no place safer than dreams under the family's rule. I believe you know this better than I do. If this incident happened in real life, how many people would be able to walk away from it?
I could stay here, but keep in mind, guests come to Penacony to enjoy the dreamscapes. They do not wish to be entangled in a conflict between the family and the IPC, so let's not have any more unnecessary incidents.
Of course. With the Charmony Festival about to commence, we will spend...
Whatever.
You've had quite a bit to drink.
Hello. May I ask what happened here?
Nothing to be worried about. There's been a small rehearsal mishap.
Hey, are you a fool? You don't even recognize Miss Robin? Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm sorry. I've just been...
Hey, don't sweat it. You guys have a tough job.
Oh, we've sealed off the theme park. Most guests are used to...
Rest assured, Miss Robin will intensify our patrols to ensure that no incidents occur.
I trust you guys. But regarding what happened in the theme...
Well,
Actually, I was there shortly after it happened. Is it true that the IPC's ambassador...
Miss Robin, tell you the truth, everyone's been talking about it. The myriad factions on Penacony have already been causing unease.
Thank you all for your loyalty towards the family. The planet of festivities has indeed run into some trouble. Representative from, of course, the
Did they apprehend the troublemaker in the end?
Well, I gotta say, she's a pretty good liar, telling each and every one of them a different version of the story just to appease and make them shut up. She would make for a great politician.
Don't worry. Mr. Sunday is currently tracking his whereabouts, and I'll have something to show for it soon. However, given the situation, the IPC surely won't let this go easily.
Yeah,
Please
whatever.
be assured, Miss Robin, we take our orders.
Thank you for your hard work. This is a small gift
Have
prepared
a
by the
cookie.
Iris family for the guests.
I can't believe I received a gift from...
If trouble comes knocking on our door, we're not afraid to go to war. Rest assured.
Disperse gifts to comfort the people. Shut them up, maybe. That's one way of saying it.
Miss Robin? That's the renowned cosmic superstar, Miss Robin!
Oh, you recognized her. Interesting.
I didn't expect to meet a fan here.
I can't believe I'm actually meeting the real...
Preparation is important, but the ceremony is fundamentally about sharing the Great One's harmony with everyone. If there's a chance to sing with everyone, regarding the recent mishap, I understand it negatively impacted some of our guests.
But, are you sure it was actually a mishap? Everyone saw those chips descending like rain. Plus, I met that generous gentleman. He looked really out of it and kept talking to himself. Is this also part of the performance?
Everyone, please do not panic.
Even if you say so, Miss Rob.
Some people just never listen, do they? It's never ending. It just goes on and on. I'm getting really tired of this.
Wait a minute. Is this actually Sparkle dressed as Robin? I see. I see. So that explains why Robin is here when she was supposed to be dead. Maybe I got it right, maybe I didn't. Let's find out.
Miss Robin?
Still, I suppose I should keep on helping everyone. I am the epitome of joy, kindness, and goodness, after all.
Huh? What was I just doing?
Here, take this, little guest. This gift has been specially
Coldest.
prepared for you by
Yep.
the
Coldest.
family.
The cutesy lady singer. Turning
Make
into
sure to take
Sparkle.
good care of it until the opening of the Charmony Festival. You never know. Something very exciting might happen.
Interesting. So it was Robin's perspective, but it was actually Sparkle's perspective, dressed or disguised as Robin. I see.
We're back to where it all began.
Oh.
You entered the golden hour from this place. And it is also from here where you will enter the true Penacony.
I see. Firefly's back. Oh yeah, this is one of the characters I really want to get. Doesn't really matter what their class is gonna be. I just really want this character. Let's see where they go.
It is a pleasure to journey alongside you once more. But it's time I laid bare the entire truth before you. As you might have heard, I also go by another name. Stellaron hunter, Sam.
Sam, that's short for Samantha, right? Are you Firefly's soul? So you just found out that Firefly has a different name, because she says she goes by another name. And you're gonna ask her if she's Firefly's soul. That's a really awkward line. Let's go with this one. You lied to me.
I'm sorry. I had no other choice. I know you have many questions. Do you remember when we encountered death in that strange dreamscape? When I was caught by that meme? In that instant before it killed me, I saw the reflection of another dreamscape in its ghastly pupils. So, following the clues in the script, I came up with some theories about the meme. That's why I instructed Silverwolf to issue invitations, drawing everyone to the Dreams Hotel. I intended to call upon death before you arrived, to solve the riddle using more direct means, and then invite you to join. However, contrary to my wishes, I couldn't defy the script. And I didn't get a chance to explain it to you. It is how you see now. I was impaled by the bladed wings of death. The heavy pressure of concentrated memoria miasma exploded in my mind as if it was actually reality. But after the momentary numbness subsided, I found that my body was absolutely unscathed.
It's kind of obvious because when you die in a dream, you don't die in real life. You just wake up. Because it's the end of the nightmare.
I was still alive. And it was just as I thought. I had arrived at a place starkly different from this beautiful dream. Beneath the dreamscape of Penacony lies another, more chaotic, more primal memory zone. Its name? Land of the Exiles.
So we go into the underbelly of Penacony. Okay, I see.
And so, then I returned to the hotel in the dreamscape, hoping to tell you of its existence. Yet I could not reveal my own identity. So, I could only divert your party's attention and lure you away from the battlefield.
By fighting with us. Okay. That's one way of doing it, I guess.
And after all my attempts proved futile, it wasn't until not long ago when a crimson blade of light shattered the high wall of the dream, causing you all to fall far into the abyssal depths of the dreamscape, that I was able to awaken you and your companions one by one. And that's it. That is all that's happened so far.
I gotta say, I am confused.
I know it's tough to believe all this without reservations. I just want to say, you are very close to the final answer. Just one more thing needs to be done. And then I can prove it to you. Now, let's leave this place. Please close your eyes. visualize the dreamscape's outline in your heart. And remember, you must not open your eyes at all times. 3, 2, 1. Don't be afraid. The one who has come to greet us has arrived.
Bro, this is some pretty weird things. This moment here reminds me of that part of the story in Greek mythology where uh, a hero had to go into hell, basically, and they needed guidance uh, through the river. I think it's called Nyx. So they had to appease to the fairy spirit, the boat guy that actually carried the souls over that river. This is kind of like what's going on here. Like that voice sounded like some kind of creature is coming and is going to carry them to the other side of the veil, to call it so. I gotta say, it's pretty interesting so far. I did not like the boot. I have no idea how the hell that guy is called. The the gun guy. I just don't like him. And nor do I like the Dream Master. He seems weird as well. Seems bent on trying to hide a lot of things. Sparkle, again, I don't really like that character because she's a cheap copy of Kurumi from Data Live. Um, I don't know, we'll have to see where this goes. I do like Firefly, and I liked Sam as well. And because I found Sam to be really appealing and a lot, really one of those characters that I really liked their design, when combined with Firefly and the adventures we went through alongside her, her being Sam is the best thing that it could happen for me because I wanted to have Firefly as a playable character. At the same time, I wanted to get Sam. So at one point in time, I decided I was gonna pull for both of them, and they turned out to be the same character. So that's good for me. So now we go on this another journey alongside Firefly, who is one of the characters I really enjoyed. So yeah, so far I'm liking this part of the story. Doesn't say anything, so I'm gonna read it. After a piercing screech, a thick and ferocious surge of memoria crushes into your chest, churning and ravaging. Your consciousness becomes like scraps of paper caught in a whirlpool, breaking apart, dissolving and dispersing within the turbulent, muddy current. Innumerable voices resonated through the symphony of memoria like roaring thunder, and among them one echo stood out with exceptional clarity. You knew it came from the girl beside you, your hearts beating to the same rhythm, peaceful and even more peaceful. Until in that quiet darkness, memories ripple into existence.
I never knew you could do this. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
That is surprising.
Why?
stay a little longer in this body.
A long silence ensued. Neither of them brought up any topic, seemingly accustomed to this silence. It wasn't until much later that a soft sigh once again broke the quiet in the car.
Such a long tunnel. Didn't feel this long when I set off.
In half a system hour, it will lead us to Kafka. And then comes the downfall of the Japella Brotherhood.
Is that also part of the script?
It's in your script too.
Sorry. I didn't notice.
Their destiny won't change just because of your selective ignorance. I told you before, it's a bad habit.
What about you then? Is this the moment you finally find?
As always, it's a blank slate. It's not on this planet. Why the sudden inquiry?
Because I'm currently in a car with a sleep-deprived driver. I just want to get there in one piece.
I'd be worried too if I were in her place.
This car has full self-driving capabilities. I'll just put my hand on the steering wheel. Will that do?
Hey, don't take everything so seriously. Elio would always say there's only one type of destiny. The inescapable type. He can see the future, and we, likewise, are aware of our predetermined end. But before that moment arrives, we can still choose what we do. We all have this right, don't we?
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation. That's your next stop.
Land of the dreams. Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers, or salvation.
Or the Trailblazer. Here we go.
Glad to see you're safe and sound.
Is this that voice just now? Well, he's sitting right in front of you. How can you not recognize him?
Close your eyes. This is the answer. Isn't it incredible? The monster that we have always known as Death is actually the guardian of the land of the exiles. It abides by a certain rule, abducting people from their dreams and bringing them here.
So when you die in the regular Penacony, you get transported to this new one. Okay.
The question that has been perplexing us, does death really exist in the dreamscape, appears to be a cognitive trap. It was laid by those orchestrating events from the shadows to cover up the truth behind the disappearances and the existence of this fortress known as Dreamflux Reef.
Wait, so this means that all the victims that died in the past are actually here, and that includes Robin. Because then Robin isn't dead, she's just being transferred to this other uh, underbelly of Penacony. I see.
Every emergence of that meme is related to the Watchmaker. Since Dreamflux Reef is where it brings its captives, it's likely that many of our long-standing questions will be answered in this place.
With all the characters that were also exiled by the Watchmaker or the Dream Master are also here. Well, that's interesting.
The atmosphere here is starkly different from the beautiful dream. There are no regulators here like the family. And they all look like they're mildly dazed.
Bro, I hope we can play with Firefly or Sam in this particular story quest, because I would really, really want to see what their kit is.
But from the whispers of the residents, they've heard a familiar name. Gallagher.
It's that man again. Always in the right place at the right time. Though that does save us the trouble of looking for him. Himiko and March have already made a move. Get ready. We're about to set off.
The real dreamscape, the land of the exiles. Before we go, should we speak to everyone first?
Wait, so did they actually change my team? I mean, I kind of wanted to play with Robin and fight something, but I don't know. Guess there wasn't anything to fight with her then. Here we go. The game tells you to go left, you always go right.
I'm really sorry for waiting. Two reasons. Firstly, the script. In the future that Elio saw, Sam and the Astral Express's confrontation was inevitable. I tried that aside. There were also my personal motives. I wished to travel with you as Firefly, and not Sam. I get it. Elio only gave me one instruction. Allow the Astral Express to pursue the Grand Legacy. It means that the Watchmaker's legacy holds great significance to trailblazing. And to you. Elio's scripts used to revolve and expand around certain specific Stellarons. But with your appearance, this condition has apparently ceased to be appropriate. Perhaps he also saw the impossible in the future.
And now for the big question. Who is Sam?
Do you still remember that medical cabin I told you about? Well, that's Sam. It belongs to the cavalry of Glamoth's Firmament Frontline. A Firefly Type 4 Tactical Heavy Assault Mech.
Oh, so Sam actually has its own mind. And Firefly just goes inside of him. I see. I see. So there's like an AI called Sam, and then there's Firefly that is like the pilot. Kind of like say Evangelion, where you've got the angels and like the Evas and the drivers. The Evas have an operating system and stuff, but then there's the driver inside of them. Makes sense, I guess.
It is the cradle of my vitality and the meaning of my birth. And for the longest time it was how I should have looked to the rest of the world.
I see.
The time scale of Dreamflux Reef differs from reality, so we mustn't lower our guard. You're sensitive to...
Okay, so we're done talking with her. I don't really want to talk to this guy because, I mean, we can skip all his dialogues because I have a feeling you need to.
Something on your mind? No wonder, miss. Don't feel burdened.
Yeah, whatever.
During your but this is now with Firefly.
Okay.
Before we found you, who would have thought? But she did. I hope you've regained a little.
Bye, Weld. Bye, Weld. Take care of yourself.
Welcome. Keep going straight down this alley and it'll lead to an elevator. It'll take us to the center of the land of the exiles.
So the quest wants me to go up ahead, but let's take a right. Oh, why no? Another chest.
What a huge clocky. Looks like the watchmaker also left his mark on Dreamflux Reef.
Okay, let me read this because there's no voice. Clocky's finger is pointing towards the sky, but the skies of Dreamflux Reef are obscured by the lights of dreams. Does he want you to look up in admiration of the beauty of the dreams, or is he mocking their hypocrisy? Or perhaps he's guiding you upward in search of the secrets of this place. Well, I'd say we have to go up, right? Because we can't go down. Okay, so for those that don't know, there is a toggle between the mode that you are walking. You can run always in sprinting mode, or you can press control and just walk, depending on what you want to do. For this one, I've decided to walk. And no, I'm not looking at her chest, I'm just trying to get a better view of the background.
Unbelievable. To think there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape, and all beyond the family's reach.
Is that a peach?
The atmosphere in this fortress is pretty different from that in the beautiful dream.
When I first saw it, I was in awe too. The sky here, it's like a reflection of the 12 dreamscapes. What's even more bizarre is that this place is also separated into trade and residential areas. The layout may be simple, but the facilities are very comprehensive. It seems that there are quite a number of people living here.
Though both dreamscapes have distinct styles, the architectural designs are quite similar. Works of the same hand, perhaps. Hard not to speculate on the connection. But there's no point in overthinking things. Let's meet up with Himiko and the others first.
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the trade district. There are more people there, and perhaps someone knows where she is.
Not coming with us?
Bro took the literal words out of my mouth.
The Astral Express likely needs room for some internal deliberation. In the meantime, I'll try and locate Gallagher.
This is actually good. Her separating from the Trailblazer actually makes it possible for, in a future arc, as a part of the story, us to play with Firefly or Sam as their POV. If maybe it's already available, I don't know. I haven't watched other people play through this particular story arc, so we might just get to do that now. I hope we do.
Sure. Let's reconnect later. Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed before we decide whether to trust her. Let's go. I'm sure you've already noticed him. Not exactly. I'm the Reverie Hotel's bellboy. How did he end up here? And right after Miss Acheron severed the beautiful. We'd better check, just to be sure.
This can is perfect for me, and perfectly legal for me to stay in.
Okay, so the game wants us to go to the right. And because the game wants us to go to the right, we're going to go to the left. You know what? I think I'm actually going to use her. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Do I even have items on her? So I have this. I could limit break it to 80, but I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, relics. Maybe enhance this. I mean, can we at least get it to 12? Speed boots, eh? I'm gonna save that. Now this. No thanks. Oh, we got even more attack. That's actually not bad. Okay. I'll stick to this for now. Okay. And I guess now I can just swap to March and came from here, right? Just shoot whenever there's something that I need to reach in the distance. I could have used Bronya, but I don't really like her character model that much. Calm gear. Okay. Oh wait, we're going to this guy. Another calm gear. I have a feeling I might need those in the future for something. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all of that. Whatever. But that was not the
This
right
right
one.
here's what being a cowgirl's all about.
did I just click on the same character? Yeah, okay. Okay, activate clockwork, so she's happy. Let's make her angry.
Hey there, welcome. What can I get for you to eat?
I guess angry wasn't the way. Let's go with sad. This doesn't seem to be
This
doing
place has got
anything.
both bread and stories. Hey there, welcome. What can I get for you to eat?
Well, let's grab one of each. Because I have encountered several quests in the past that do require you to have some food that are being sold on the map. Okay. And now we can walk away.
I knew you couldn't hold your liquor. Tried to warn you too.
Whoa, it's a big puzzle, isn't it? Four of them, huh? Follow-up attacks. Okay. Well, that's a little bit underwhelming. I was expecting an orange item to drop from that with the amount of difficulty it had.
Tell me about the songs that make your hearts. How about a little impromptu
Oh, it's got music. Fast and Furious. I wish they would have some kind of a trial so you can see what you're buying. But I'm